I want to finish by going back to this Kevin Hart thing. I've been talking about this forever, and I know a lot of conservatives say, well, what do I care? I don't watch the Oscars anyway. I get this from a lot of conservative people. The Oscars don't matter anymore. The movies don't matter anymore. But the fact is, a guy with a tough background who worked his butt off to make it in one of the hardest businesses on earth was robbed of his dream job because of some tweets he sent out that the left didn't like. Lay aside whether the tweets were right or wrong. That's what happened. And if that can happen to him, who's a powerful guy, a successful guy, a black guy, so you'd think he'd be protected by the left, it can happen to anybody and will happen to anybody because it spreads down. So Ellen DeGeneres, who I've always kind of liked because, first of all, I think she's very funny, but Ellen DeGeneres, who was a big spokeswoman for the gay cause when she came out on her show, she had Kevin Hart on to rehabilitate him. And here's the part where in this interview, she says that she has actually called the Academy and wants to get him his job back.
Called the Academy today because I really want you to host the Oscars. I think that I was so excited when I heard that they asked you. I thought it was an amazing thing. I knew how important it was and how it was a dream. So I called them. I said, Kevin's on. I have no idea if he wants to come back and host, but what are your thoughts? And they were like, oh my God, we want him to host. We feel like that maybe he misunderstood or it was handled wrong, or maybe we said the wrong thing, but we want him to host. Whatever we can do, we would be thrilled. And he should host the Oscars.
And I have to say, first of all, of course, as Anomaly told us, she was excoriated. She was attacked for going off the reservation. So remember, they don't support your identity. They support your identity as a way of pushing big government and high taxes. That is what they do. It's never about being gay. It's never about being black. It's never about being a woman. It's only about the power and the fact that they can get it off that. Once you leave the reservation, you are a bigger villain than anybody. But I'm of two minds about this because even though the way it works is, as Hart said, they went and they searched his tweets. They went back years and years, thousands, tens of thousands of tweets to find something that people didn't like that they could say was anti-gay. And I kind of found it a harmless kind of series of jokes, not that funny. But the problem, the position it puts him in is maybe he feels bad. Maybe he offended somebody. Maybe he didn't like it. But now he has to apologize to get his job back. It is one thing for out of the goodness of his heart, out of a change in his heart, to come forward and say, I'm sorry I made those jokes in the old days. It's another thing to be blackmailed into it and have to come crawling back like a guy at a Stalinist show trial to get your job back. I think that he should stay strong. I mean, he has said so many different things at this point, and I don't blame him. Like I said, it's the hardest business in the world. He made it. He came from a tough background, and now they're going to try and destroy him for a couple of tweets. It's disgusting. It is a disgrace. And I think that the answer is for him to say, I'm not going to respond to this attack because people should have the right to disapprove of homosexuality if they want. They should have the right to say offbeat things, especially entertainers and comedians. They should have the right to say, go off the reservation. It is not right that Don Lemon can go on a show and demonize white people as he does. I've never called for him to be taken off the air. Why? Because that's the same reason I don't call for Laurel and Hardy films to be taken off the air. He amuses me with his nonsensical hijinks. But I don't call for him to be taken off the air. It is obscene. It is obscene for the ticket, the price of admission to a job in Hollywood or a job anywhere, to be that you have to agree with the left.